What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up. I'm coming at you with a video right now. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see here, I am holding my my BTW, no longer the P, but Texas Heavyweight Championship belt. Now, the reason why I'm holding this particular belt, excuse me, I'm trying to still get things going. All right, there we go, a lot better. Now, the reason why I'm holding this belt, and you can see the belts behind me, is because I thought about something. I was watching WWE All Access to the WrestleMania Superstore. And I was just thinking about something. Mainly the WWE Championship Spinner belt. Everybody says that's Jon Cena's belt. I beg to differ. Let me explain. Let me put this belt down. Go get you one of these. Go get you one. Let me put this belt down. Let me explain. You had the Smoking Skull. Everybody know that was Stone Cold Steve Austin's belt. Nobody else held that belt. They said they was champion with that particular belt. You also had the Rated R Spinner. Nobody else held that belt but Edge. Now, I know you're going to say this is the same belt, which it is. And I'm talking about the one Miz had where he just turned the W upside down for an M, but nobody else did that. Then you also had the eco-friendly Daniel Bryan belt. Nobody else held that belt. You also had the Jon Cena Spinner United States Championship. Nobody else held that belt. But a lot of people held the WWE Spinner Heavyweight Championship belt. That's what makes me think that wasn't really Jon Cena's belt. I know you're going to say, well, it is because Jon Cena's United States Championship spin just like the Heavyweight Championship belt was spinning, and Jon Cena debuted it, all that stuff. But you got to think about this. When it came to these custom titles that were specific to one person, nobody else held those belts. So what makes the WWE Spinner any different? The championship, the Heavyweight Championship Spinner, any different? For example, like I said, the Smoking Skull, that was Stone Cold's. Yeah, you had Vince McMahon, he created a storyline with that belt. He had it on his mantle in his house and all that good stuff. Yeah. But nobody else held it in the ring as this is their title. They won the championship, all that good stuff. Now I know you could say the Rock's Brahma Bull belt back in the early 2000s, late 90s or something like that it was, but that never really made it to TV. So, but nobody else held that belt either. But anyway, I'm not gonna really mention that one. So then let's go to, like I said, the Jon Cena's United States Spinner. Once he lost that to Orlando Jordan, nobody else held the spinner. I mean, for real, think about that. The United States Spinner. Probably because it had Jon Cena's name on it, but still, nobody else held it. The Smoking Skull, like I said, nobody else held it. Only Stone Cold. Eco-friendly. When he lost that, when Daniel Bryan, lost to Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania, they went back to the regular, Heavyweight Championship belt for Kofi Kingston. So I got to thinking, I was like, no, everybody held that WWE Championship that was a spinner. So that really wasn't Jon Cena's belt. He just debuted it. So if you want to go by that, then you got to say the undisputed title is Ric Flair's because, because he debuted the undisputed. If that makes sense. So I guess the question is, why is everybody saying that spinner is Jon Cena's when multiple people held it? Triple H, CM Punk, Edge, and like I said, Edge made his own version of the spinner, the Rated R Spinner. But nobody else held that Rated R Spinner. Nobody. But everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people held that spinner. Jeff Hardy did, Rey Mysterio, Triple H. A lot of people held that spinner. So I guess my point in saying this is that, like I said, is that really Jon Cena's belt? Think about what I'm saying now. Just think about that. I'm posing that question to everybody. Think about this. Jon Cena's spinner, the heavyweight spinner, not the United States spinner, was held by multiple superstars. But when you got these other custom-made belts that was only held by this one particular individual, now that belt was really made for, them. Like I said, my Texas Rockets belt right here, that's made for me. As you can see behind me in my background, Texans and Rockets. You see, you see what I'm saying? It's custom made for me. Nobody else is gonna have that. Well, all right, now I guess somebody might see this and might get their own, but still, I get their own version of it made. But you get my point. It's to one of those things to where you get to thinking. I'm like, a lot of people say, "Yo, I got that Jon Cena spinner." I'm like, I was thinking about this for like a while. I was thinking long and hard. I'm like, was that really Jon Cena's belt? And like I said, I know a lot of people might say, yeah, because you had the United States, it spin, then when he won the championship from JBL, he debuted that belt and it spin. But that's the only similarities. But if you go back in history, the first custom-made belt was for Stone Cold, the Smoking Skull. No, well, not really. You had the Hogan 86 and 87, something like that. And speaking of that, nobody else held those belts but Hogan. Just something to think about. Is that spinner really Jon Cena's? I'm not talking about the U.S. spinner. We know that was Jon Cena's because it had his name on it and one of his slogans, "Word Life." But even after he lost to Orlando Jordan, they went back to the regular U.S. championship. So I guess, like I said, my question is, was the heavyweight championship really Jon Cena's? I don't think it was. I think it was just a heavyweight championship belt. My personal opinion. You give me your opinion. What you think? Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Do you see what I'm saying, or do you disagree, or agree, or what? Let me know. Because maybe I'm not looking at it the way some other people may be. So I would love to hear other people's insights. Just think about it. If a person had a belt custom made for them, and they're the only ones to ever hold that title, like they're the champion, and nobody else holds it, of course that's yours. But a lot of people like to say Jon Cena's because he debuted it. Well, if that's the case, the 24/7 should be Mick Foley's belt, kind of similar to this one, because that's where I got the idea from. That belt right there. The Universal title should be Mick Foley's as well, too, because he debuted it. The new Women's Championship, that should be Lita's, because she debuted it. I can't think of them all at the moment. Like I said, the Undisputed, that should be Ric Flair's, because he debuted it. So, I don't know, just one of those things. One of those things are just a real question, though. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think. Like I said, go ahead and get you one of these. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Anyway, with that being said, this is your boy Man Up. And as always, you was in the man cave. Guess what? I'm sorry. I got to kick you out the man cave. Holla.